Chapter 11. Sweet taste, sweet end. So, tell me about the mezcal, and what was the other surprise you said you'd be getting for me? Interested? Freddy inquired, knowing full well that Andy had received the bulge photo he'd taken whilst he was alone outside. His cock was still semi-hard thinking about Andy's response. He had to play it cool though, and downplay it. He wasn't a desperate type, and didn't want to come across that way. We had a family reunion last year, which also coincided with a local photography exhibition. It meant I could get out into the countryside near Matatlan. Know where that is? I think so. There's a restaurant named after the region. Oaxaca? Close, but the food is better than the British Oaxaca. Andy chuckled as he said this. He clearly wasn't offended by the remark. We get to see a bunch of tequila and mezcal producers too. Turns out my father had never shown my mother, who's English. She was so surprised when we visited. She loved it. Sounds legit. Would love to visit one day. So your family's from there? Andy responded while also taking out a very well-printed photograph. Here, he said. It's for you. Small gift. Freddy was impressed. He handed him a photograph on a photo mount signed with a small note on the back. The quality was absolutely fantastic. Exhibition quality. This wasn't just some random photograph, it clearly meant something to Andy. It depicted a sun-baked courtyard just outside of a stone building with painted window shutters, gorgeous window frames and a beautifully tiled roof. At the back there were some azure-coloured mountains and forest reaching far into the background and horizon. It looked absolutely stunning. Who could imagine himself there? Sipping mezcal in the cool courtyard, sitting at one of the wrought iron chairs, just soaking up the heat of the Oaxaca sky above him. It was sublime. It made him nostalgic for his own family, whom he missed a lot and rarely ever saw. He felt an instant connection to Andy and appreciated the gesture. Mate, this is stunning. I can't take it, seriously. Is this your family's estate? It's nothing at all. Honestly, it's yours. For getting me the champagne and oysters earlier, and for being good company. Andy smiled as he says this. He was close to Freddy at that second, standing over him very closely. As he leant down to take the glass and fill it with more champagne, Freddy attempted to stand up to kiss him. It was impulsive, but felt necessary at the moment. He reached either side of this chair, lifted himself out of it, and stood directly in front of Andy. He moved his hand down and made him put the glass down, and held his hand as he reached for him for a kiss. Their eyes met, then closed as he felt his lip against Andy's. It was soft, incredibly sweet, and he could still taste the mezcal in his mouth as he pressed in closely against him. He could smell the scent of Andy's masculine body, the stubble of his chin, and his slightly sweaty hands as they interlocked and grasped each other. You taste good. Sorry, I had to do that, Freddy remarked, nervously, but with a surety that made it clear he had good intentions and wasn't looking for a hookup. My way of saying thanks. Andy was taken aback. He clearly hadn't planned for this at all. He smiled as he responded. I haven't kissed after mezcal before. Makes a difference to tequila shot kisses at a nightclub, eh? This amused Freddy somewhat. He decided to change the subject as they both sat down again. He leant in just before pouring another glass of champagne and kissed Andy again. This time, it was a little more stiff as they had literally just sat down. It still tasted good. This time, there was slightly more tongue action, and his hand gripped Andy's chest and felt his abs and obliques. It felt firm but grounding. Sorry, had to do that. Just to check, you know. Their eyes met, both looking a little sheepish. There was nothing like an unplanned kiss to make things slightly awkward between fully grown men, while also signifying to each other that things could move in a more romantic direction. This pleased them both, clearly, and gave them a momentary sense of calm.